Alrighty, gonna do a quick video with Riggs. Been working on him heeling off leash with me using the remote collar, and basically all I'm doing with the collar is I'm using it as the same as, whoops, sorry buddy, same as like an underground invisible fence, to where the dog learns the parameters of which they can be in. So if he goes too far out, then I'm just gonna hold this button in until he comes in closer and turns it off. I'm not going to expect him to come all the way to me at first. I just want him to move in toward me, even if it's a foot. So, and then as you keep going, then you tighten in that parameter with the collar, so your yard, so to speak, gets smaller. And then pretty soon he realizes every life is good if he's right by your side. So I'll kind of show you. He's doing awesome now. I wanted to show the earlier stages of doing this, but I've been busy all day and the wind finally calmed down. But without further ado, let's look at Riggs here. Ready, Bubba? Look at this guy. Good boy. All right. Let's see how he does. Now remember, every time he moves, and I always want him at my left-hand side. That's just rule of thumb. I don't care. Some people want him on the right side. I always train dogs to be on my left. Probably because I'm left-handed has a lot to do with it, but it just makes it easier. I can deliver treats with my left hand, and I can run the collar with my right hand, and it just works out that way. So, but you always want your dog on one side. That way they're not confused. They're not switching sides and all over the place. You want them on, pick a side, stick to it. All right, come on. Good. Down. Okay. Down. Very good. So I think we had one time there where he went off to my right into the grass. I just held the button in, told him to heel, and I just held that button in until he got to the left-hand side of me. He started figuring it out. I want to shut that off. Then remembered coming into that position is what shuts it off. Being on my left-hand side is what shuts it off. I wasn't yelling, wasn't anything. He wasn't whimpering in pain. He wasn't running for the hills, none of that. Very light, irritating feeling. It's a little unpleasant, but it's not going to ruin their dog's life. Okay. Also, what was I going to say? His downs are spot on now. I can just be walking. I don't have to make a motion with my hand. I don't have to give him any food. I just say down, and he drops. Also, you'll see a lot of videos where the trainers are constantly saying commands like heel, this, that. They always, like, People do not live like that. You're not going to walk around with your dog all the time saying distinct commands. The more repetition you do, you don't really need to say anything. Like you notice when we walked off, all I said was, come on. You know, I wasn't giving hand signals. I wasn't worried about my body posture, none of that. Okay? They could figure out, you got to give the dogs a little bit more credit. So I'll show you, you know, you watch a lot of videos and it's almost ridiculous. They micro manage every little move the dog makes, and it's too much. The average person that just wants their dog to listen to them and enjoy their dog is not going to go through all that. So like right now, all I'm going to say is, come on, come, good. Good boy, down. Bam. Okay. Oh, I know what another thing I was going to say. Little pro tip. When you're teaching your dog to do this, it's really easy to just be sitting there constantly watching the dog and not watching where you're walking, because you're always wanting to see where the dog is, because he's too far behind me. But you want to practice just like you would walk without the dog even with you, just looking straight ahead. So what I do is normally I'll start this with the sun to my back. That way I can see his shadow right in front of me. I don't even have to move my head or anything. I can just move my eyes down and I can see where he's at because his shadow's right there. So there is a free tip for everyone. It's a good one too. And I made it up. All right, toodles.